Hello again. I've finished the frame now. I've done all the painting. I've put the decals on. The Dawes one there, look. Hand built on the back. And there's the one on the top tube. And on the down tube and the Renault sticker. I've put a homemade Dawes badge on the front. This is one my friend made for me. It's like the old Dawes original badge rather than the modern plastic stick-on thing. I think it looks rather nice actually. The only problem is I put all the decals on, and according to the instructions, I bought them off eBay, according to the instructions you should lacquer them afterwards to protect them so that when you polish them they don't rub off. So I took the advice. I'm sorry about the background noise. The farmer's decided to bale some hay in his field next door, so I've got a bit of noise going on. But I wanted to do this while the light was still good. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I took the advice of the seller of the decals to lacquer them. So there we go, I started lacquering, no problem. I did them all around this side, perfect. But when I come round to do the one on this side, sorry about all this movement, this one down here, I noticed a little white mark showing on the decal. And I thought, oh, I'll just rub that off before I spray it. And of course, they'd already got some spray on it, and it's mucked the decal up. As you can see, the decal on this side is damaged around here where I touched it. Because I thought it was just a white spot, and I didn't want to leave it on there and then spray it. And of course, it's just touching it, it's rubbed the actual gold off the decal. So that's something to be aware of. It won't matter too much in this case, because it is on the underside and it's not too noticeable, especially when the bike's on the ground, you know, with the wheels and everything in. But it's something to be aware of. If you are doing a bike and you do put the decals on and you decide to lacquer it, be careful, don't touch it, whatever you do, even if there's a bit of dust on there, because it'll make it a lot worse. Anyway, I don't know what you think, but I reckon it looks quite nice. Next job is to assemble it. Just to recap, this is what the Dawes Galaxy looked like about a week ago when I showed you before I started work on it. Hello again. Well, here it is, one Dawes Super Galaxy, fully restored, or should I say repainted, in black with gold decals. I've just actually finished it after several days work. Everything's all cleaned up, everything's refitted. I haven't gone through the process of fitting all the bits on because there's probably plenty of other videos showing that. I just wanted to show the final result really. Here you can see the down tube with the new decals on, Dawes Super Galaxy. It's the same on the top tube, it says Super Galaxy, and on the down tube. I've cleaned all the chain setup, as you can see. There's this brand new chain. There's a new block cassette on the back, nice silver one, and a silver chain, which won't stay silver very long, will it? Never mind, it looks good to start with. I've cleaned all the components up. Let's go back to the chain wheel because that's quite nice. I've put some new toe clips. They're British made, you can't buy them now, I shouldn't think like this. They're GB Professional toe clips. I've had them in stock for years, and I put some Christoph brand new toe straps on it, all traditional. I don't like the cleats on shoes, I rather have the toe clips. I know it's a bit old fashioned, but I prefer it. I replaced the Mudguards with the previous ones that were on the bike actually. I took them off some years ago and they got tatty and replaced them with some black ones, but I think the silver looks quite nice, so I've gone back to silver. They're not perfect, but they'll do the job. Go by the top. I'll lift the camera up a bit so you can see a bit better. I was going to put blue handlebar tape on like my other bike, but I've decided to keep it black because that was what was on there. I haven't taken it off actually, I just shoved it back on as it is because it doesn't look too bad. You can see my little mirror here. I can't ride a bike without a mirror, I'm so used to it. I've ridden motorbikes with mirrors, so I don't see why I should ride a bike without one. It's not ideal, it's not a mirror cycle, it's just a clip-on thing with a tape round the brake levers. But it does the job anyway, and you can see where you're going. I've got my new Paradise Nelson saddlebag on the back. I showed you this in one of my other videos when I bought this. They're really good, these bags. The one I've got on my other bike I've had for over 30 years and it still works, but it's got a bit tatty. Not much to see this side. I've cleaned all the rack up. All the brake blocks have been replaced. All the brakes have been stripped right down and cleaned up. As is everything. Hubs, I've put new tyres on. The back one was okay, so I've kept that, but I've put a new one on the front because that's the most important. But other than that, I think it's quite good. I'm quite pleased with it actually. I'll just show the badge that my friend Adrian made for me on his. He's got some special self-adhesive film for making badges and things. And he's created this old style Dawes badge you can see on the front there. And moving a bit. I'm still holding it by hand, so it'll probably be a bit jerky, but I like that badge. It's better than the one Dawes supply now, just a stick-on label that says Dawes. It's horrible. I thought that's quite nice actually, because it's Renault 531 Super Tourist. Now a lot of people today wouldn't ride a bike like this, but personally I like retro bikes. I don't like these modern things with great big fat oval tubes. I'm a bit old-fashioned. But there you go. Anyway, that's it. One Super Galaxy restored. I've got a Dawes Mirage to do next, when I get time, but I'm a bit fed up with it at the moment. I should mention, if you've got an older bike, whether you're doing one up or you've got an existing one, do make sure that you've got these safety clips on the mudguards at the front. These here, these little black ones. They are absolutely essential today. There have been so many accidents without them. What it is, if you don't know, I'll just move the camera around so you can see. You can see in this case the mudguard is held on by two wires, one here and one here. That's two fixings either side, and it's reasonably safe, but it's also fixed up here. But what can happen, and has happened to quite a few people, they've been riding along and they've gone over a stick, and the stick has flicked up into the wheel, and it comes very quickly, it rides up, hits these stays, and it will actually bend this mudguard. It rolls up and crumples up under the top here, and it jams up under here, under the forks and onto the tyre, and jams the wheel solid in a fraction of a second, and the rider is thrown over the handlebars and you can have serious accident. What happens with this system is that when you've got this little safety clip on there, if anything catches in there, it just pulls these two wires, or the stays as they call them, are pulled out of there. These are just pushed in, the loops. And if you do get anything in there, rather than crumpling the mudguard, it just pulls them out and stops the wheel from jamming. They cost pennies, and it's well worth changing them. If you haven't got them on your bike, do make sure you fit them. It doesn't occur if you've got metal mudguards. It's only normally these plastic ones, and especially these strong plastic ones, because they're actually chromoplastic and they've got metal inside them, and they won't break it. If they shattered, it wouldn't be so bad, but they just roll up under the fork there and seize the bike up, and it is very serious. You can have a serious accident, so do make sure you put those safety clips on. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.